What's up, guys? This is Mr. Eldridge. In this video, I want to explain how Chicago style works, give you a basic run-through with your book reviews, and that way you understand completely what I'm expecting when you have a book review. So the basic setup of what a book review looks like is, first, in the top right-hand corner of your paper, you should have something that looks like this. So you need to have your first and your last name. You will have directly underneath that Q1 book review, and then directly underneath that you'll have the page number. So the next step, when you go down, you're going to center align the paper, and then what you're going to have is the title of the book, and that title is going to be italicized. Directly underneath that, in 12-point font Times New Roman, you are going to have the author's full name. And then directly underneath that, you are going to have your information. All right? So that's where the paper is going to start. So this is where you're going to be talking about the name of the book. You're going to be talking about your author, talk about what that person did. You're going to be talking about the basis for the book. What are some good things about the book? What are some things that need to be changed? And all of that. At the second page, you need to make sure that, of course, you have the page number in the upper right-hand corner. It's simply the page number. So 1, 2, 3, and so on. Finally, let's talk about how to do your footnotes. So in a general footnote for specifically the Chicago style, it must have a few different things. So the first thing that you're going to have is the name of your author, okay? So it needs to be first name, last name, okay? So first name, last name. So as you see in this one, I am writing about Michel Rolfe Trouillot's book, Silencing the Past. After you have the person's name, you are going to put a comma. Next, after the comma, you need to have the full title of the book. Now, some historic books are a little bit different than others. So, most history books are going to have a very long title. So, like Michel Rolfe Trouillot's book is called Silencing the Past, Power and Production of History. We would traditionally just call it Silencing the Past, but when you're doing this citation, the first citation needs to be what's called a full citation. And the full citation, the complete citation, needs to have the full name of the book. Later on, you're going to be able to do a shortened version of it, but for the first one, you have to do that. All right? After you have the title of the book italicized, you're going to put a comma. Now, in parentheses, you're going to have the name of the publication, comma, where it was produced at. Specifically, if it's, a major city, you would want to put Boston, New York, Chicago, and that's fine. Sometimes you're going to get into university presses, and so you would need to make sure you put the specific city. So like the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, you would need to make sure you have Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Okay? And then comma, and then the year of the book's publication. Okay? In the parentheses, comma, and then the page number. Now, you don't have to write page number. You simply, all you have to do is put 25, 30, 32, whatever it is, and then, of course, a period at the very end of it. Finally, you need to make sure that you understand how to do a short form citation. So a short form citation is once you have used your first long citation, if you're going to have subsequent ones, you need to make sure that you have the short form. It's important to understand the short form. Now, if you're looking at other reviews, you might see the phrase IBID. Okay? IBID is often used in older forms of Chicago style. The most recent forms of Chicago style do not recognize IBID as an acceptable short form citation. Okay? So I do not want to see any IBIDs. Okay? What you're going to do is you'll put the author's last name, comma, the short form name of the book, so like in this case, Silencing the Past, comma, and then your page number. Okay? Make sure the book title is italicized, everything else 12-point font, Times New Roman. The entire document needs to be in 12-point font, Times New Roman. Even your citation with your footnotes at the bottom, that's what you're going to do. So finally, how do you put in a footnote? Now, it depends on what program that you're using. Are you using Microsoft Word? Is it for Mac? Is it for PC? Are you using Google Docs? Simply, wherever you're going to put the footnote at, all you have to do is go to the end of that sentence, put the cursor there, click on it, and then all you have to do is go in, and it might be insert footnote. You might have to go into format. It just depends on what version that you have. If you're struggling putting the footnote in, please ask. I primarily use Google Docs when I'm writing papers outside of the school, like for any publication. I find it to be the simplest one for putting in. Literally, you put the cursor there, go in, insert footnote, and then it'll pop down at the bottom of the screen and have everything set up. So, if you have any questions, please email me, send me a question via Remind. You can also stop by. Hopefully this is helpful for you on how to do Chicago style. That's it. That's all you have to do. No cover pages required. There's no bibliography required because with those, you already have the footnotes there for the sources, so there's no need for it. Now, when we write longer research papers, you'll have to have a bibliography. Specifically, you'll have to have an annotated bibliography, but that's it. It's very simple, very easy. Make sure you follow these steps. If you have questions, please go back, check this out. If you need any extra help, please let me know. Be glad to help you out here. This is how to do a simple citation in Chicago style that I've traditionally used for years, and it works very, very well. Thank you so much. Have a great day.